RedTail Catfish get big, and that is the focus of today's episode. So today's episode is episode number 5 in the Monster Fish series, and this is the RedTail Catfish. This is my RedTail Catfish. His name is Shanks. Keeps on swimming about. He's actually become a lot more confident in this tank. I don't know if it's just the darker substrate or the fact that there's a cave for him to go and hide in when he's feeling a bit shy, but he's become a lot more confident. So I want to show you some footage of Shanks when I first got him on day 1. I think that was actually the first video I ever made, was unboxing him along with the albino gourami who passed away, as well as our little flower horn. So throw that footage in so you guys can take a look at him. He's gotten absolutely massive. These fish grow to 4 feet plus. You know, these guys in the wild have been found to grow. He's trying to find... He gets so mad when the Oscar comes and takes his food. He chases that Oscar down because he knows that the Oscar has a lot of food in his mouth that he doesn't actually... I don't know how well you can see it. You might be gone off. But yeah. Yeah, these guys can get 4 feet plus, nearly 6 feet. So as you can see, he's quite big. I'm just worried he might one day eat my tinfoil barb, so I might have to move him into the pool pond fairly soon if my tank doesn't arrive. Yeah, he's a big boy. So like I've said, I've only had him for a couple of months and he's already gotten this big. These guys can get anywhere from 1 foot to 2 feet in the first year. They're growing up to 1 inch to 2 inch a month. So I got him, he was roughly 5 centimeters, 6 centimeters. He's, you know, pushing that good 10 centimeter mark, so he's grown at least 2 inches in 2 months. So that's round about right. Let's actually get into what else makes this guy a monster fish and what's actually so unique about them. Alright, so what makes the RedTail Catfish a special fish? Other than the fact that it can get up to 2 feet in the first year, and the fact that it can stuff itself so that it looks like a weird misshapen bag of stuff, the RedTail Catfish is a fish that can get very personable once it's a bit bigger. What I mean by this is you kind of have this relationship with the fish where it'll know who you are, it'll come up to you when you come and feed it, and you can actually go ahead and pet these fish. They develop a bond with you, kind of like another pet, like a cat or a dog, which is quite unique. Not all monster fish get like this. Some do, but I don't know if there are other fish that are actually that okay with you going up and petting them. Most catfish, I think most monster catfish will also have that sort of personality, but I don't think the rest of the monster fish would. Along with the pacu and silver arowana, actually even the Oscar, RedTail Catfish are another fish that originate from South America, so the Amazon River is where you're going to find them. And just like the arowanas and the pacu, these guys get really big really fast because obviously they're all competing for food and also trying not to get eaten by each other. That's why the arowana can grow up to 2 feet in the first year, the pacus can get around the same size, 2 feet in the first year, and then obviously you've got the catfish that gets up to 2 feet in the first year. So all these fish interact with one another, which is really cool. From watching documentaries and other YouTubers, another interesting thing about the RedTail Catfish is it makes this really weird sound when you take it out of the water. Kind of like a grunting squeak. It's very weird to explain, but if you go online and you type in RedTail Catfish out of water, you'll understand what I mean. And it's just weird to think that fish make sounds like that. So I think that's a pretty cool thing that it does. So moving forward, I have said that I'm worried about the RedTail Catfish kind of eating my tinfoil barb, so I'm definitely keeping an eye on them, just in case I see some sort of aggression. But at the moment, he hasn't gone about chasing them and trying to eat them in any sort of way. So it should be okay. But hopefully, once the bigger tank arrives, I keep on saying this in every video, but that's literally all we're waiting for, is then we can have everything out on display. Hello. But yeah, so I had 2 RedTail Catfish originally. One I put in the pool pond because we're getting picked on the flower horn. I actually went and tried to look for it a week or so ago and I couldn't find it. I'm assuming one of the fish ate it because it was a lot smaller. And in fact, if I compare the two, even though that red-tail catfish was the same size as this one when I got them, that one seemed to be a lot smaller at the time compared to this red-tail catfish. So I don't think he was doing too well anyways, and I think he was weak, and unfortunately survival of the fittest, he got eaten. Saying that, it's gonna sound really bad, but I don't think I was fully equipped to look after 2 red-tail catfish, so it did sort of end up working out for the best, which is really, really mean to say, but it is just what it is. And so I have a picture of when I first got my original red-tail catfish. So this is the second one I got. He was about 4 centimeters, or maybe a bit smaller. And so definitely, if anyone is thinking about getting a red-tail catfish, first of all, these guys can get up to 2 feet in the first year. So if you don't have a tank that's at least 6 by 2 by 2, don't get them. I don't have a 6 by 2 by 2, but I have a pool pond, so I can definitely keep them in there. Another thing, these guys get up to 4 feet. Alright, even more actually. You know, the record's of it hitting 6 feet, and that means you're gonna have to have a tank that's at least 4 or 5 feet wide. But when these guys get fully grown, you know, you're talking about at least 1,000 gallons to keep these fish. Probably, you know, 2,000, 3,000 gallons is more accurate. Anywhere above that is pretty much what you're looking for, just to give them as much swimming space as possible, because these fish will get absolutely massive. There's not really much else to say. The red-tail catfish, especially mine, hasn't done much. He was elusive to begin with. He's become a bit more confident as he's gotten bigger, and the only thing that I can say is that he's just become really big really fast. He's a very good eater, that's for sure, so you can throw in a whole lot of stuff and he'll more or less just eat it. So you don't have to really worry about debris collecting up and pretty much polluting your tank. But that's pretty much it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry, I'm just getting distracted. These guys are just swimming about and it's really fun to watch. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I will bring you another video tomorrow if I can. And I hope you guys are keeping safe, making sure that, you know, you and your loved ones are doing the best that you can to keep not only yourself safe, but also your community, because it's really important to try and stop the spread of this coronavirus. Because everyone's kind of sick and tired of being cooped up inside the whole time, but if we try and like leave the house now, it's probably just going to get worse in the future, and we'd rather just stick it out for the long haul and not have to worry about it ever again. So hope you guys keep that in mind and just keep on watching my videos, because first of all, it works out for me, get more views. Second of all, you guys are keeping safe and you have something else to do. So thanks for watching, peace out.